I want to talk about what Charvarius Ward said about DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins isn't as good as he used to be. Used to be an all-pro, kind of winding down in his career now. Had a good first half against the Niners, but didn't really make a difference against the Niners, and apparently he was talking a bunch of crap. So after the game, Charvarius Ward basically said he's washed and called him Steroid Boy, which I think is just hilarious because DeAndre Hopkins did get suspended for the first part of this year for testing positive for some performance-enhancing drugs, and no one ever calls out football players for being connected to performance-enhancing drugs. It's like, it happened, let's just move on. In baseball, that's a red mark against you the rest of your career, the rest of your life. In football, it's like, So you know what, Charvarius? I like that he said that. What'd you think of Charvarius saying that?
That was freaking hilarious. I was dying. I was like, there we go. Like, to me, I just love when corners are the smack talkers. I feel like that's how football should be. So when DeAndre actually got penalized for that, I was like, come on, man. Football's predicated on like getting in your opponent's head and like mouthing off. And if you're tough enough to still play at a high level after tongue lashing, then man, kudos to you. But I loved it, and and you're tripping. DeAndre's still playing at a great level. Maybe not all pro. Okay, sure, maybe not all pro, but he's still playing at a very, very great level. Because it's not like DeAndre. It's not like Charvarius was actually shutting him down in that game. There was a lot of times where he was just like trying to play catch up and trying to tackle him. But I digress. Either way, I loved it. This is gonna set up more heat towards the end of the season. Unless the Cardinals are checked out, which they most likely will be. They probably will be. So let's start bringing back more of the trash talk. Can we bring out more of this? It makes more fun. Like I don't want to be like, these are grown adults. It's not like they all take it like so personally like that. Let's just keep it going because it's just so fun. It adds more heat, especially from a fan's point. It's just like, this guy was talking smack. Like all those times with the Seahawks and the 49ers, you had Richard Sherman talking smack. Like how many people hated Sherman and the Seahawks just for that? Like let's bring this back. It just adds more heat to the matchup.
So Johnny E says Ward sucks, man. Check the tape. Lenore was way better on Hopkins. I do feel like when Hopkins won, he was either not covered or covered by Ward. But still, the Niners won, so Ward can talk crap if he wants. Someone else said that like everyone in the league's on steroids. We don't know that. But it does feel like the league is very kind of blase about steroid use as opposed to the MLB. I don't know. Do you think that steroid or performance-enhancing drug use should be accepted in the NFL? It kind of feels like it's just sort of frowned upon, but like almost, I don't even know. I'm not going to get myself in trouble. It just feels like it's a casual thing that people don't talk about, and it's almost accepted that it's probably going on, but we don't know. We don't want to talk about it kind of thing. Yeah. Should it be cracked down upon, or should it just be opened up?
With the way scoring is now, it should be opened up, right? God, like the NFL is like so stinky. Sunday, since we didn't have to work Sunday, I just got to enjoy watching games. And I think a lot of people who are in fantasy could be like, fantasy football sucks. All these matchups suck. Everything is bad. It was boring. So maybe they do need a little juice so everyone can start playing better.
Maybe that would just help the defense, though. Bigger, faster, stronger. That might just help the defense. I think the reason offenses suck is because they don't practice. I think the reduction in practice time hurts offense more than defense. What do they always say in training camp? Oh, a defense always starts ahead of offense. Yeah, offense needs time to get in rhythm and on all that in choreography. Well, they don't have that anymore.
I wonder, I don't even know if Hopkins was doing that to actually enhance his performance. Because aren't some of these like performance-enhancing drugs isn't also categorized as it was meant to heal him or something? Maybe they're just
you can say whatever, right? You can say whatever.
Cover up. They're just saying that like I wasn't using it for a performance, but
that's what they always say. They always say like, oh, I didn't even know I had this. I'm so how did this get in my system? Oh, I'm gonna fire my trainer. Like, shut up.
Yeah, that. But I would believe more because how much does actually like roids even help? Especially when you're a wide receiver, like it's not gonna help you run routes better, right? Why would that?
I guess we gotta ask. I guess we gotta ask D Hop.
I just thought it was more for honestly. Some of them actually take it for recovery and stuff like that. Like I don't know. It's just.
It's football. It couldn't hurt to be bigger, faster, stronger. You got to be physical, right?
Good.
Press man coverage, all that. Mid Atlanta Teach 89 says not including OBJ. What free agent should they try for?
Should have been Sue, but he's gone now.
Should have been Sue. I don't think they. You could say they need OBJ because Juwan Jennings has had a bad game last week. I don't know. They don't really have a third wide receiver who's super dependable, but do they need one? They got 3 running backs they can throw to and a tight end.
The wide receiver CMC.
Yeah, you got McCaffrey, Juszczyk, Kittle, Ayuk, Debo. That's 5 weapons you can throw the ball to. Do you really need Odell Beckham Jr.? I don't think you do.
Some offenses don't have more than 1 or 2.
I mean, the offenses we've seen the last 2 weeks, right? Like the last one was Greg Dortch and DeAndre Hopkins, and that's it. Like 1.5.
Dortch just had that one rip play, and that was
exactly
several whiffs that we've never seen from this defense. So you take that away, it's just Hopkins, which you'll let Hopkins get his just as long as it equates to like multiple scores.
Right. And the week before it was just Eckler. The week before that it was just Kupp. A lot of these teams have. I mean, what is it this week? What do the Saints have? Michael Thomas is gone.
Kamara.
Olave.
That's it.
So they got. Is Kamara even healthy?
Yeah, but I don't think they get too much push or enough. They don't create enough. But then again, Kamara is such a good running back that this guy just squeeze like the same way we see McCaffrey just squeeze through the slightest glimpse of light on a running lane. Kamara does that too, and he hits it.
Okay, so they have two. I mean, eventually the Niners are going to play teams with 5, like the Eagles or the Dolphins. But right now, I mean, to your point, absolutely. Bang Bang Niner game, says Tisha Edmonds. Thank you.